Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. It is Thursday, the 7th of August already. The 7th of August. Well, one week so far in the next month, and it is looking quite bullish. Today, we might be breaking the 50-cent level. That's the goal really for this live stream. So let's take a look at the chart in a few minutes. But first, guys, don't forget to hit the like button and also strap in for future videos. But let's get right into the charts, guys, because honestly, it is quite amazing what just happened in the last few, I would say, days. You don't see that often. You don't see it that often. Let me bring up the chart right here, right now. So here we got, guys, CRO. What just happened in like 3 days? 3 days minus 20%, and now in 3 days up 20%. Even a bit more. It is absolutely unheard of, really. So if you go take a look now at the hour chart, my thesis was that we slowly would go up in this structure, but again, we tested this structure. We tested it once after a breakout, and now we start flying to 14 cents 92. We went to the 15-cent level once already so far today, but fortunately we got a bit of a rejection. Today, the big question, though, is, does Bitcoin or does Ethereum have enough strength to break out of their structure as well? You can take a look here. I think the big thing for Bitcoin today is that it's now in this part, really, of the bull flag. This is the Bitcoin chart, ladies and gentlemen. So the Bitcoin chart, this Bitcoin bull flag, is also getting to an end. It should be closing at about 17.8. And the good thing, if we get like a good close above this bull flag pattern, we should be flying. We should be flying higher, because I do know if you take a look, for example, at CoinGlass, take a look at CoinGlass, for example, there are many liquidations happening starting at 120, but it will go absolutely parabolic at 125. Expect a short squeeze if this is going to play out like what we have been expecting in the last, well, few weeks so far. It has been a lot of grind for Bitcoin. About a month of nothingness so far. A month of nothingness. It's crazy how quick Bitcoin can go. But this is, guys, why you need to be strapped in. Things are happening so quick now. And it might be possible, guys, that we might get a bit of a Bitcoin revival. So maybe Bitcoin will take a bit more the lead and Ethereum will go on the backseat. But what is also possible is that, you know, at this moment, we do see that Ethereum is also back on track again, going towards $4,000. Close to break the all-time high. It isn't much, guys. It isn't much before we go to a new all-time high for Ethereum. And Ethereum is still the fuel for an altcoin season. How much is it, guys? It is 25%. 25% more. That is nothing in crypto. Nothing. 25% before Ethereum breaks to a new all-time high. Good afternoon, guys. Good evening. Welcome. I see Teddy. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Crypto Runner. CRO is under manipulation for sure. I have heard Black Sea talk about that. Like, CRO is a manipulated coin. I think every coin is somewhat manipulated by whales, but it isn't really that much manipulated. Like, it's mainly still market forces at work. Often whales can manipulate for like a short while, but like the overall structure, it's still very much intact. I think Ultra just had a question about the rainbow chart. We can take a look. We can take a look at the rainbow chart for sure. So the rainbow chart, guys, works on the logarithmic scale. This is why this looks so strange. It is the logarithmic rainbow chart, ladies and gentlemen, and this was a thing I rebelled up for a video. But where are we? What did we see? This is the weekly chart, and I think it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful what you see here. We went up, had a retest here on this dotted line within the green zone, and now we are moving back up once more. What is interesting, though, where are we now? Do you see that, ladies and gentlemen? Do you see that where we are now? It is this blue line. It is this blue line here. That is stopping us momentarily, at least. This is not just a line, this is the 200-week simple moving average. This is currently all resistance line at about the price where we are trading now. So a very, very interesting price to be at now. If we flip this into support, like this could be amazing. The 200 week. Where is the Bitcoin 200 week? I think it is far, far, far away. let me bring it up. The 200 week for Bitcoin. I think it's at like 30k. Is it at 30k? Maybe even further away. So the 200 week, guys. It's a bit more bit higher than I expected, but it's we are way above it now. It's at about 50. It's at about 50. I do believe though, guys, that the 200 week is typically also where we find the bottom in the bear market, right? You can see that here. The 200 week, that was for Bitcoin. The bottom really of the bear market touches here again. Last bear market though, like in 2022, we went slightly below it. That was for the first time in history that Bitcoin went below the 200 week. So very interesting. I do believe that also in this cycle, we will go slightly below the 200 week, but the 200 week is of course increasing. So my bottom really for Bitcoin is at about 60k. 60k might be a good bottom to pick up some more Bitcoin in 2027 or maybe already in 2026. So very interesting to watch, guys. The 200 week has been good support. Now it is resistance for CRO. So very interesting to say the least. Very interesting. Dimitros, welcome. Welcome. I'm looking for my best Greek here. I only know one Greek word, and it's not really a nice one. Yamas, that's a good one. That's a good one. Welcome, Dimitros. Daisy as well. Hello, hello, hello. My strap's about to pop in the blue sector. Oh man, that would be... We're getting close, aren't we? We're getting quite close to the blue zone here. We're getting quite close to the blue zone. How much more? Not much more. Also about 20%. So when Ethereum is making that rally, I think CRO will follow. Ethereum goes to a new all-time high, and CRO will be in the blue zone at about 20 cents. Blockchain Brew is saying, I'm thinking bottom is at about 50k average. The price of the coin is currently at about 48k. Jeez Louise. I've been looking into Bitcoin mining. That's like a thing to do in the bear market. Like, to be very honest, guys, it's going to be very boring. Like 2026, 2027, it's going to be quite boring because we're going to take a look at when is the bottom coming, right? And where's the bottom coming? But like, the hype will be pretty much gone. The hype will be pretty much gone. Well, mining Bitcoin is still cool nevertheless. However, you need to live in an environment or country where electricity is super cheap. For example, in Iceland they have one of the cheapest blockchain or Bitcoin mining factories on the world. Why? Well, not much cooling is needed in Iceland because the miners that require cooling can typically, use the cold from Iceland. In the summers though, Iceland can be quite warm, but still relatively cool. And also what's kind of cool in Iceland is they have these natural resources. For example, the geysers, I think it's called geysers. So they can use, they can use the steam or the hot water at least to generate electricity. So electricity is relatively cheap in Iceland. So I hope you learn a thing or two here about Iceland. I want to visit it once. I want to visit it once. So far though, ladies and gentlemen, CRO is sitting at about 14 cents 85. We need to climb a bit more to go to that 15 cent level. It is, I would say, mainly psychological at this point. Like 15 cents, quite a nice round number. In the past, it has not been that strong support, but it has been all highest mark yet for the year. So 15 cents, you can see we couldn't break it. We couldn't break it here. We couldn't break it here. We couldn't break it here. So now the question, of course, is can we now do it? Can we now do it? The last time we tried, that was on the 31st of July. So it's been about a week. quick V-shaped recovery. I like it. A quick V-shaped recovery. And at the same time, like CRO Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen, CRO Bitcoin is doing quite good. Of course, we have to see it in the margins here. So I do believe we're still at a very relatively low mark here for CRO Bitcoin. But it seems to be completing the W pattern that we've been talking about on the channel for quite a while. So that's actually quite good. I still believe we have touched the bottom here for CRO Bitcoin, which is very, very good. So hopefully we're going to see higher highs. But at least let's go back here to this level at about 0.00008 Bitcoin per CRO. Not much, but it's a big, big move to the upside. And we're talking about a 700% gain in Bitcoin. So it's no financial advice, but what I did, guys, I was a bit too early. I'm going to be very honest with you guys. I was a bit too early, but at this purple line here, at this purple line in November 2024, I sold my Bitcoin. Also, I sold my Bitcoin to go all in with altcoins, mainly CRO. We're still below that, but we're getting close to flipping that line once more. We're getting very close to flipping that line once more. Hey, John. Strapping in. Are we looking good? I'm looking fabulous today. I think the majority of you guys are looking fabulous today. Yeah, so overall, let me bring up quickly the Bitcoin. I think it's the daily MACD. The daily MACD looks so yummy. It's it's crazy. It's crazy, guys. The indicators are only screaming good stuff now. We had a good reset. I think if Pete was here. Oh, Pete is here. Wow. Hello, Pete. He would like this. RSI. I think the RSI had a cross on the daily. Had a cross on the daily. Yeah, you can see it. Typically really bullish what happened here. Oh. We had a cross today. Or maybe yesterday. But this is what happened here. That was super cool. Typically that means that we are getting back into some more momentum. And also bring up the MACD. Let's bring up the MACD for Bitcoin. MACD. Moving average convergence divergence. What's happening there? You can see we're getting very close now on the daily, at least, from flipping into the light red, into the green. This might be the final wave, guys. I don't know. The cycle, according to the cycle theory, a cycle has about, on average, 1,070 days. 1,070 days. We've seen that in 2017. We've seen that in 2021. Will we see it again in 2025? Well, 1,070 days. It has been just more than 1,000 days. I think we're now on day 1,005. 1,005. So do remember, guys, we're getting to the end. Might be the final 2 months. We don't know exactly, of course. But I think at least around Christmas, I hope to see a lot of happy faces if you took profit. If you took profit. How are you guys doing today? Don't forget to hit the like button, strap in. If you guys don't have a Crypto.com Visa card yet, do get it. At this moment, you still get them like very quickly. But I remember from the 2021 cycle that at some point, retailers coming in, they will discover the cards. And they are like, I want that, I need that. And suddenly like there's a backlog of months of cards. It took me, I think, 3 to 4 months to get my IC White here. To get my IC White, it took me about 4 months. So if you want to do an upgrade, like the physical card, you will get, of course, a digital card. So you do get all the benefits. But if you want to get the physical card, like, get it now. By the way, if you don't have a Crypto.com account yet, link in the description down below. Some good bonuses. Oh, I hate to do this. Guys, I'm sorry. This all these sponsors, etc. It's needed. Gotta pay the food. What's up? AAP. Smash a 20 a like. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. Blockchain Brew is saying, well, a bit of boringness, that will be fine after all these years. I mean, like I remember, I don't know if you guys have the same experience. If you like, I don't know when you guys joined crypto, but the first cycle you experience, like your heartbeat is going left, right, up and down, 180 on average. The second cycle is like, okay, I've seen this happening. Now it's the third cycle. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm down 80%. What gives? What gives? What gives? Like, I don't care anymore. I can go to sleep. I do know if I open up the app, I open up the crypto.com app like every day to check in for the diamonds. I've had quite a good streak. I think 200 days so far. But every day I open the app and I'm okay. Portfolio is looking green today, especially in the last few days. It's been just extra fun, of course. But I just hope, guys, this 15-cent area that's been pain. It's been pain so far. I expect a break though. I do expect a break. You can only go to 15 cents, touch it so many times before it will give. It will break, and it will break very, very, very aggressively. Like, it will break very aggressively, most likely for Bitcoin as well. Maybe not tomorrow. Maybe we won't get a break today. Typically, though, we do have the coin baron effect. We do have the coin baron effect here. So that's why I do believe, guys, today we will see that break. Oh, that's actually quite unfortunate. These are the 5-minute candles, but right as we started the stream, we went down about, 0.010 cents. Unfortunate. Let's pump it up, guys. Let's pump it up again. If a super cycle is happening, how much past the end of the year would it go? In a super cycle event, we might be talking about an 8-year bull cycle. Ultra Justin. If you take a look at the stock market, 8-year bull runs have happened in the past as well. So 4 more years. Would you be okay with 4 more years? 4 more years of CRO, slowly going up. At this point, I would just like to pull the plug, like rip it, start ripping to that $1 level at least. Start Bitcoin to go like to 150, 160. Let's see though. Bjorn again, welcome. Crypto Runner saying the super cycle term always gets thrown around. It's because of the S-curve adoption. We do see more and more people adopting crypto. But still, like tech-wise, I think tech-wise, crypto adoption has been very, very slow. We start to see some more games adopt it, like blockchain games. But gamers don't like crypto inclusion so far. But it's happening, especially with the financial institutions, stable coins. I think the first on-chain mortgages, that will be a big shift like tech-wise. In the end, people shouldn't really care about crypto integration. It's like infrastructure. Nobody likes infrastructure. Maybe some nerds, but infra is boring. Infra is super boring. But money, we like money. We like money, of course. Welcome, guys, again. It's already August. Things are happening so quickly. We've done about, I think, 125 live streams so far in the year, guys. So, not this year, by the way. We started last year. I'm happy we do the live streams at least. AP saying Bitcoin hit 100k before I even got into trading crypto. So Bitcoin doesn't feel as exciting as it used to be. It will come though. It will come. I have this feeling though. Let me quickly bring this up because I'm a firm believer of the Wall Street model. Wall Street cycle. Give me one sec, ladies and gentlemen. Psychology of market cycles. There we are. So my belief is that we're actually getting to the end of this. It's a bit small. Let me check if I can increase size. Yeah, like this. I think you guys can read this. I do believe I do believe specifically for Bitcoin, we're more in this phase now, the trill phase. The trill phase. For CRO specifically, I think we're now in the optimism phase. We start to feel that the rally is real. Maybe in between belief and optimism, but for Bitcoin specifically, because we're of course starting to migrate from Bitcoin to altcoins now. So they lag behind a little bit, but Bitcoin is now in the trill phase. You start to see more margin being added. We do see even strategy buying more and more Bitcoin almost every month. We're getting to that euphoria phase. But yeah, time to get fully invested. I'm always fully invested, guys. I'm strapped in, so I do believe. Hey, Zelinka, what about the golden cross? What's the status? It happened. I can show you the chart quickly. So the golden cross, it happened about here. This was the golden cross. And fun fact, by the way, if you take a look at the all crypto assets, all altcoins, I might be able to bring that up. Stock market, by the way, S&P is slightly down. Slightly down. If I bring up the total to... You can see that also the total 2. No, that's wrong here. The total 2 also did a golden cross. That was already quite a while ago. So the whole altcoin market is now getting ready. It is getting ready. It is getting ready. Iceland even has free electricity, I believe, thanks to the energy they can tap from heat underground. Yeah. Natural resources, guys. Natural resources. I really want to visit it one day. Mainly because of the nature. Don't know what you guys like the most, like for holiday, but I do like strolls on the beach. But also do like, you know, to touch some grass, like go to places where not many people are, you know, just chill a bit more. W shape is really good for CRO. It is. A double bottom, guys. It's great. And it's going to play out. It so far has been playing out perfectly here, this W pattern. But it's going to be great. And it's not going to be perfect. Like this you can see also here that we had one red week. But I do believe as we're going slowly and slowly more parabolic, that we are also probably going to finish this within September. That's also, of course, a very important thing to remember, guys. So when we go up 10% now, we go up not that much, right? We go up a little bit. We go up 1.5 cents. That's a 10% move. It's big, but it's not that big. If we are at about 50 cents, a 10% move up, that's 5 cents. So as we're increasing in size, like every percentage gain will be bigger and bigger and bigger in absolute numbers. So that's also why I don't feel the growth as much. That's also why I do prefer take a look at logarithmic charts. But logarithmic charts like this, they also fake it a bit, you know. Like I can show it to you a bit more without logarithmic. So this is the regular chart. But you can see how low we are comparatively to that $1 level. Let's grow crazy. Yes, please. Yes, please. I'm getting a bit more bullish than I was like 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I was somewhat afraid still for Bitcoin to continue that downward trend. However, also the MACD started flipping and also the RSI started flipping. So that made me a lot more bullish for Bitcoin. And if Bitcoin is in a macro bull trend, like altcoins can move up as well. Altcoins can move up as well. So this is something we need to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Once it breaks through, things go really, really hard. There's a bit of resistance now, though. Why is there a bit of resistance for Bitcoin specifically? Well, take a look at where we are. Take a look at where we have been, basically. So far, you can see a touch here, also, I think a touch here. We've been within a quite tight range. That's exactly where we are now. Sanjay will actually hold Bitcoin for 10 years. Nice. Chris had a prediction that we will see continuation into like 1016. 2026, you mean? Well, I need to listen back to his exact words, but I think he will be right. Like, you can take a look again at the CRO chart back in 2021. Like, we had relatively high prices. We had relatively high prices until like June of 2022. Then though, after, of course, we had a big collapse already. Let's say until May. Until May of 2022, we were above 40 cents. So that was quite a good price. That was quite a good price. But then we started the collapse. So I think if we listen to Chris, maybe he means like, yeah, we will be at elevated levels until like the beginning of 2026. And he might be right there. And we also have heard about the concept of lengthening cycles. So still though, remember guys, the whole thing happened early this cycle. It happened in not in May, but in April. So we should be 1 month ahead of schedule. How much CRO you're holding? Just wondering, will you talk to us once you get rich? I will always talk to you guys. Money is just money in the end, right? But maybe the topic has to change a bit. Like, I think we all would get depressed. Like, if we get a similar thing as like here, I think we all would get depressed if we should just start talking about, you know, CRO going down and down and down and just staying down for 160 weeks for 3 years. So when we got more active again, we had a lot of momentum starting with CRO. So I think it will be something similar, like a long period of nothingness. But for now, guys, it's just very important to stay strapped in. Like, for now, just stay strapped in. These are the final days. And 15 cents, the break of 15 cents might seem very big now. But in the bigger picture, it is just a tiny little cog in the bigger picture. Crypto runner, it will hurt to sell some CRO, but then I will have to. It's like selling your firstborn son, isn't it? Yeah, it's I haven't sold much CRO. I sold, of course, I sold quite a bit in 2021. I mean 2022. I sold too low though. I can guarantee you, the guys, that the majority of you will sell too late. Some will sell here. Majority will sell here though, and the overall majority will sell here, like way too late. So please do this. If not, if you missed that one, do this. Sell it here and then don't sell here. At this point, you just have to wait. You just have to wait. Ideally though, this peak, people will, there are a few people that will catch the exact peak, but you won't. And accept that you won't get the exact peak. That is my advice though, because the chance of you actually hitting that exact peak are just so slim. Ask your friends last cycle how many people exactly sold Bitcoin at about 69k. I can guarantee you that almost no one had, even though I think even the majority didn't sell at about the 60k range, even though it traded at about 60k for a very long period. Well. Make us welcome. Random Midwest. I will sell half my bag and keep the other half for 271. I mean, that's clever, isn't it? That is clever. To keep a bit of a moon bag. I can't guarantee that, ladies and gentlemen, that we go to $2.71. It does fit in the rainbow chart, so therefore I keep it open. Like the potential is definitely there. Some people say $5. I don't think $5. I don't think $20. I don't think $100. Just to be very straight with you guys. But going to $2.71, definitely in the cards. Did somebody have a look at the Moonlander token today? Full moon. Yeah, good story, by the way. For anyone that doesn't know about Moonlander, we had a few integrations like in videos, like promotions. If you guys have watched those, you might have known that there was a protocol coming to Cronos, and they've launched already a while back on ZK EVM. And now they have launched their own token, the Full Moon token. That Full Moon token could only be bought in the pre-sale. If you trade it on the Moonlander platform. I did. I got a free airdrop, and I also got, I think, $10 allocation. That $10 allocation and the $10 airdrop had a 20x. So the $10 became almost $200. So that's some free money, which is very nice. It is now listed on crypto.com. You can use it to stake and earn quite a decent APR, but at this moment, guys, I do believe the price, I haven't seen the price in a while though, but it's getting somewhat expensive. Will! Hello, Will! Thank you so much, Will. Finally here live. Nice recovery after a pullback. Speaking of Moonlander, they got listed so quickly when we already have Fulcrum. Fulcrum and Moonlander have a completely different technical core. So it does make sense that we have both, I guess. For example, now if you want to long Crow, and I don't recommend necessarily to long Crow, but I am currently in a long Crow. You can't do that on Fulcrum. You can do that on Moonlander. You can do that. Well, thanks again, Will. Thank you so much for strapping in for 7 freaking months. Thank you so much, dude. Whoa, Sanja. Saw Bitcoin at about 50k. So again, 50k isn't the exact top. But 50k is, I think, 90% better than the other people that sold Bitcoin last cycle. And like long term, Sanjay, you shouldn't have sold Bitcoin at 50k. Like 50k is nothing. Where are we now? 116k. Like you sold for peanuts, sir. But if you bought back in, like you sold at 50k. You bought back in, let's say here. You doubled your Bitcoin. Maybe even tripled your Bitcoin. Same guys for buying the bottom. Nobody buys here. Nobody buys here. Only a select few. If you did your cards well, you bought below 20k. Maxime aiming for 73 cents. That's oddly specific, Maxime. Oddly specific. There we go. Come on, guys. Big green candle. I like that. Come on. I want to break that 15 cent level. We've been here for way too long. Okay, let me quickly get back in the chat. What's the XP I have? I got 50 XP in the chat. So that's a new thing. Actually, let me bring it up quickly. So we got this thing here on YouTube now. You can see the top fans. So apparently Bjorn, 75 XP. The top fan. And I don't know where you are, but you got like 50 XP. So you're not my top fan. You gotta work harder. No, but I think the more you chat, and I think also if you I think if you subscribe or something like that, you also get double points or something like that. But I don't see Will here. I see a lot of cool people though. So let me get back to the chat, guys. This is looking good though. This is looking very good. Pete needs to chat more. Yes, sir. You do need to chat more. Okay, guys, there we go. There we go. 14 cents 91. The line that we need to cross, I will bring it up here. It's exactly this line. I will make it thick. You can see where we need to go. This is the line in the sand that we need to cross for once and forever. Just go above it and never look back. Yes, please. This is the 15-cent level. So we're getting very close. These are 5-minute charts, guys. Typically, I don't use 5-minute charts. But hey, it's for a good cause today. Whoa! Mr. Blockchain Crew, the Blockchain Brew. Thank you so much, Mr. Baron, for the alpha. We'll have to have you come on again. Stay blessed. Thank you so much, Blockchain Brew. It would be a pleasure. You can send me a Telegram or Discord thing. We will get it set up. Thank you so much for the $5 donation. Now I'm curious. I'm honestly curious if this actually helps with the points. We got this thing here. Top fence. Okay, okay. Apparently if you donate, you get a lot of points. Thank you so much, though, Mr. Blockchain Brew. Oh, well, guys, it's actually duo. Check them out on YouTube if you haven't done so. If you haven't done so. Scott Thomas, welcome. Universal Fungi, welcome. What are you looking for? 15 cents, please. What's your price prediction? I've watched your videos on it, but you don't give an accurate prediction because it's very hard, Scott. Like, I have a video coming. Will be members first, unfortunately, because it's a very sensitive topic. It's a very sensitive topic. I will come with like one price, but if you ask me what's like the range, I think we should be talking about ranges, right? Because nobody exactly knows the exact price, but my overall theory, Scott, is that we have the sell zone here in the red. So in this range between $1.20 and $3.50. At about here, we will have the peak. But I will come with a video that's more accurate though. Oh, that's a great holiday, Midwest. Snowboard. I'm just about to book another holiday. So guys, no streams in January. So please, no lengthening cycle. I need to go skiing again. 1/3 diamond hand and 2/3 sell as price goes up, Crow fam. It's all about, you know, set a goal as well. Set a goal, guys. Like if you let me get real for now for a sec. Let me get real with you guys for a sec, because let's say you've been dreaming about this holiday to Hawaii, or you've been dreaming about this kitchen or this car, and let's say that new kitchen will cost you 10k or 20k. I don't know what a kitchen costs these days anymore, but depends on where you live. Let's say that kitchen will change your life because you can cook better meals, or you will have more fun, or I don't know. Take a look at how much Crow you have. Let's take a look at how much you need, and be happy. Be happy with what you have. Don't set unrealistic expectations though. Like I mentioned before, if you have like if you wanted to go to $5 to pay for that kitchen, don't go for $5 because it's way too. It can get there. Don't get me wrong. Of course, nothing is impossible, but it's not very likely. And in the end, it's all about probabilities in crypto. It's all about probabilities. 50 cents? No way. No way, Scott. Higher. Higher. I mean, first 15 cents, like 50 cents. Let's go to my fractal. Let's go to the fractal quickly, because I do believe that we could be very quickly heading towards 50 cents. Like here's about the 50 cent level. according to the fractal, it could be happening in November. So that if this fractal is going to play out, and I think we're already going a bit quicker than this fractal, because you can see here with this fractal, I need to maybe zoom out a bit more, but you can see with this fractal we also had a dip and also a V-shaped recovery, but it's playing out a bit more quickly than I expected personally. So this is it should maybe be a bit more, how do you call that? A bit more tighter. So we could be heading towards 50 cents soon. What do you think? What's the price minimum for CRO in this bull cycle? As I mentioned, oh guys, it's happening now. Bitcoin is at 17k. Whoa! Let me go to the Bitcoin chart now, because that's quite good. And if Bitcoin is making that move, then well, where's Cronos? There we go, guys. There we go. We talked about this. It's heading now towards the end, really, of the flag. And that's a good sign. You see how quickly parabolic it goes out of nowhere? Like, you know, get the boat. John, get the boat. Pete, get the boat. I wanna join the boat. Let's do a bit of a party. I will buy the rum. Oh, this is beautiful. Let's see how quickly we can go, because we need to grow another $800 to escape this bull flag, which is great. Crypto runner, 50 cents will put me at about a 5x where we start to begin selling. I mean, if you're happy with that, like I mentioned before, if that helps you with accomplishing your goals, like my personal goal is not, guys, to get to that kitchen. The kitchen doesn't matter, right? The kitchen is like yeah, I don't know. You can live with an old kitchen as well. You don't need a boat to live a good life. Oh well, I think your life might be a bit better with a boat. Let's be honest there. My goal, it's going so quickly now. It's going so quickly. I like this, guys. Come on, Bitcoin. Let's do it. Do it. I'm strapped in. Are you guys strapped in? Don't forget to hit the like button. Oh, man. Oh, man. Man, oh, man. It's going so quick now. But yeah, like I mentioned, if 50 cents is the beginning of your goal, then do it. Personally, guys, I'm here to change my life. Like literally, currently I have like financial stress. I think many people experience some kind of financial stress. Like it's okay, you can live with it, but how nice would it be if you could live passively until your retirement? Okay, let me quickly also bring up the CRO chart, guys. It is happening also there. Bitcoin is moving up, therefore also CRO is making that move to the upside. When you spend now with the CRO card, don't get instant cash back. Yeah, Peter Jan. What I have heard, do you use the Curve card? Do you use the Curve card? I would recommend to not use the Curve card. The Curve card is giving issues. It's getting fixed though. I've heard a few instances of it being fixed, but it isn't fixed yet. Scott, you guys generally think we're going to hit an all-time high? Yes. Absolutely. Why? Because it is backed by Crypto.com. And Crypto.com, if they want to keep selling their cards, if they want to keep selling their, their platform to more and more people, and also they need to retain more and more people as well. They start to see that they also need to keep people trading on that platform to keep making good revenue, right? And one of the ways to do that is like Binance has had. The token helps customers with a bit of hopium. If we don't get to a new all-time high with CRO, I think the hopium will die a little bit. And you don't want customers to lose hope on your platform, right? That's my overall take on this. So Crypto.com will do everything in its power to push it towards the $1 level. Everything. Be it burns, be it, I don't know, not a stadium. The Crypto.com stadium was a big thing. I think if we get another Crypto.com stadium, it will not be as big, but it was back in 2025, 2021. Hey Sci-Fi, I sold my CRO and bought Atom. Atom is a good token, but I don't know if it has the same hype as CRO does. Scott got a good bag of CRO. I like it, sir. I like it. Come on, CRO, make that move. It's still... You see, Bitcoin is making moves like this. It was stuck. And it made the move. CRO is stuck. And it should be making the same move. But it's waiting for Bitcoin now. Like, it's in the same box. It needs to break out of the box. Maybe you guys know that I don't like this, but yeah, maybe you've seen that, you know, that people create like a bit of house TA. This is the garage. This is no, never mind. We're not going to do this. Check out Benjamin Cow's channel if you like to learn more about house TA. I'm very good though in the rocket TA. So my expectation is, guys, that once we break the 15-cent line, it is basically going to be something like this. I don't know how you draw a perfect rocket. The rockets have like, yeah, there we go. There we go. This is a quite good rocket, like super rocket by Tesla. This is basically how it's going to be like after 15 cents. Let's see though. We're still hovering just below it. John is saying that Atom is going to be weak this cycle. Let's quickly ask. Let's ask the 8 ball. Dear Mr. 8 ball, is Atom going to outperform CRO this cycle? Is Atom going to outperform CRO this cycle? Okay, the 8 ball is saying yes, but the 8 ball has been wrong many times, guys. But the 8 ball is saying yes, so maybe Mr. Sci-Fi made the right decision. YouTube Premium is saying 80 cents. I think 80 cents is quite low, but if you take profit at 80 cents, if you're happy, you can buy the kitchen. You do you, sir. You do you. Thanks though for watching with YouTube Premium. Oh, come on. Guys, for anyone wondering, there will be resistance at about this line here. So once we're going there, Bitcoin will be slowing down. And the question is, then, if Bitcoin is slowing down, will CRO still make that move? I think we can do that. I wish people stop saying super cycle. There's a reason that the S&P has bear markets even with the most institutional adoption. True. Like the S&P is like the perfect example there, yeah. Like there is a thing though, XGen, like you can see if it, I don't want to bring up a different chart, but okay, let me quickly bring up the gold chart. Like the gold chart shows you like something very specific, like crazy good. Don't know if I need to go to like the weekly. I need to go like, I need to go way back. Like the gold chart, I think in 1980 or I don't know exactly when. Gold. Like you can see it here a bit more, I think. You got the gold chart here, XGen. You got the gold chart here. You can see that the gold chart did nothing for a long time. And then here, in 2000, we started the super cycle, I would say. 600% up in a very, very long super cycle, right? From 2000 until 2012, we basically only went up. So people that say super cycle, they might be pointing towards gold. It might be pointing towards gold. At this point, though, we're mainly watching Bitcoin. When is the market going to pump? When? Today? Tomorrow? It is happening. Like, we're seeing it now. It already started. I think I've shown this chart a few times already. I do believe that the bull market for CRO has already started. It's going on now. We have seen the lows. We have seen the lows in March. And since March, we've been going up only. And you can see that. You go to the daily chart quickly. We touched the lows in March after the strategic reserve announcement. And since then, we've only been going up. And now, the good thing is we are actually improving velocity. We're going quicker and quicker. That's very exciting, of course. Ah, come on. We're going back now to 14 cents 90. That's a shame. That's a shame, guys. And why do we go down? Well, because Bitcoin got scared a bit here. Sci-Fi bought CRO at about 5 cents. That's a crazy good price, sir. That's a crazy good price. Ooh, Cronos surpassed XMR, so Monero on CoinMarketCap. Let me check that one. Let me check that one, Mr. Crypto Runner. That's some good news, actually. That's some very good news. So if you guys don't know, recently we surpassed Pepe token, the Pepe token on CoinMarketCap. So now, according to Crypto Runner, we should be surpassing Monero. I heard some bad news though about Monero. Monero is getting close to a 50% attack. So Monero, the privacy-focused token, is maybe potentially becoming more centralized. Okay, there we go. Indeed, Mr. Crypto Runner is right. So we first flipped Pepe, now we flip Monero. Monero is down though, about 10% on the day. That's not too good. That's not too good. What's the biggest gainer today? Mantle, Handle, Conflux, Chainlink is surprising me. Some memes, Floki, SPX, Sui is doing great. And then we get to, you know, a lot of things up about 5%, including Cronos. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Yeah, now the question is, will we see a continuation of this? Do you also get a delay for your CRO tokens? For me, not. Like, it is instant. Like, you get it, you spend it, and you get cash back. Will is saying, yes, we are number 27. Top 10, guys. Top 10. Then we're talking again. Zelinka will be happy with 20 cents. Need money to repair the car. I mean, a car, you know, a working car could be very important for you to actually get like a living, like to go to work. So you can you know delay repairs for some time, but sometimes, guys, the longer you delay something, the more expensive it will get to fix. So Zelinka is doing something very clever here. Hey Baron, don't you think that CRO and Atom are moving out together? No. There is not too much correlation, even though like the Cronos chain is built on top of Cosmos. And Cosmos, guys, is Atom. Cosmos is Atom. Let me check though, where is Cosmos now? Atom, I should say. Atom is the token of the Cosmos chain. Cosmos though, like I think Cosmos now currently is getting beaten by, for example, protocols like ZK. Where is Atom? Matic was very big last cycle. Fell down a lot though. Yeah, Cosmos Atom is now at number 50. That's a shame. That's a shame, honestly. Good tech, but it's not used enough. Kairos is asking, will we see an all-time high in September? I find it hard to say September, like September time frame. I hate the time frames. But guys, let's see it again. Bitcoin is making another attempt to break this line here. So it might be happening though, Kairos. It might be happening in September. I don't know exactly. Robert is asking, how many crow must you have to be called a crow whale? I think once you go past 500,000, you are definitely a crow whale. Maybe 250. But yeah, I think 500,000, then you're a true Bitcoin whale. Above 10 million, you're a crow megadellon, no? Like the enormous whales. Snake Eyes is saying that, well, crow's mostly moving by ETH. You can take a look though at probably ETH, and like ETH is correlated on Bitcoin, and yeah, then okay, ETH can run on its own, of course, but if Bitcoin is not doing great, and also typically Ethereum is not doing great. Come on, we can do it, Bitcoin. I believe you. You can do it. I also believe in Crow. Come on. The coin baron effect, we call it. I'm very disappointed with the exchange in the UK. I can't buy straight with Great Britain pound. I have to convert it to dollars with a fee to buy. Then I have to do it again to sell with a fee. Is there zero pair XGen with Great Britain pound? So for just a pro tip for anyone that wants. Oh no. What happened here with the screen? Are we back? Are we? No. I think we're back. So a pro tip for anyone that wants to trade with euros on the crypto.com exchange. You cannot buy Crow with euros. But what you can do is you can buy Bitcoin with euros. So what I do... Ah, shit. The I think overloading now. Oh no, oh no. Okay, let me just do it like this for the last few minutes, guys, to stream. But what I do personally is I buy Bitcoin with euros, and when I buy with Bitcoin, I buy Crow. That's the cheapest option to go from euro to actual Crow. So I don't know Action. I don't know if you can do the same thing with Great Britain pound. Hey Marty, we need to get to a 40-50 cents sooner rather than later, so we can also recover and move up from the sell-offs. That's the question though, will we go down after 50 cents? Like, if you take a look at the previous candles at about 50 cents, you can see that 50 cents was like a very, very short stop, and then we started mooning again. So the question, of course, is will we get that dip? Ooh, so when Justin gets some money, I would like to charter a yacht and do dinner cruises. That's very fancy, sir. That's very fancy. Numbervid Gamer, welcome. Hello, hello. Prorican as well. Legacy Legendsman, hello as well. Always love your streams. Let's strap in. Thank you, sir. Thank you. One of the OGs here on the channel. Yeah, P is right. It's a garage. House in a garage. We lost you. Yeah, we're back. Nah. Let me try it once more, guys. Maybe it works again. There we go. Come on. Hello. We're back. We're back. Let's take a quick peek at what Bitcoin is doing now, because Bitcoin, it wants to move higher. You see that, right? You see it wants to move higher here. But there are also some bears now. Some bears that wants to stop Bitcoin from going higher. And there are some bears that wants to prevent Cronos from breaking 15 cents. I don't know why, though. I don't know why. Anyways, enjoy your work, Midwest. Did Trump already speak? I don't know exactly what you're talking about, Bjorn, but I know they're working now on the end. Well, they're getting a meeting between Trump and Putin. That's a good. There's going to be a good talk next week. And also, Trump signed, I think, a law so you can actually put crypto in your 401k. Crypto. And I've heard the 401k is a 9 trillion market. A 9 trillion market. That's three times the current market cap for all cryptos combined. So it's going to be good. I will start considering selling at 80 cents. I've held too long to take profit at 50. I think 50 is too low either. So we'll have a sell-off at about 50 cents, and then after that we go higher. I don't know. I don't think so. We might just keep climbing from there as well. Okay, we went, guys, to 1496. We went to 1496. We can do better than that. Robert is hoping to see a top in April, and that's when the lockup period is ending. Still probably holding after that. Wait to see where this will go in 2030. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen in 2030. I don't know what kind of cycle this will be, but overall, I think it will end a bit earlier, Mr. Robot. But it's fine. It's if you trust the process, if you like the platform, it should be good. People will sell about $1 and then cry later when it sits at about $2 to $4 and say, I should have kept. Happens every time. That's exactly that happens. Exactly that happens, Chris. Then they buy back in at about $3. And then they don't sell. Then they expect it to go towards $5. Then it dubs back to $3. And it only goes lower. But yeah. Okay, so you bought via Curve. Yeah. If you just use the digital crypto.com card, it works directly. And otherwise, I think the Curve thing will be fixed quite soon. No crypto runner. That wasn't adult content. That was a rocket. That was a proper rocket I drew there. I don't know, guys, if Bitcoin will do it. I don't know. I like this though. Like, you see how it works. I don't know if it will do this stream, but you can see what happens, guys, is we move up, consolidate. We move up, and we maybe now consolidate a bit more, and then hopefully tomorrow, maybe, we see that definitive break. Yeah, the Bitcoin chart does look good, guys. It's green after green after green week so far, so I do believe we've touched the bottom there at least. I do believe. Forgive the flags, but I bought some gold jewelry back in Hong Kong in 1998. I still have it. I've got like a 10x at least with it. We bought an actual gold watch. That's nice. What was the gold price in 1998? About 300. No, even less. Jeez Louise. Yeah, 340. That's more than that's exactly about a 10x. Good stuff, Pete. Good stuff. And the question, of course, is will gold go even higher in 10 years? Well, where is gold going to be in 10 years? Will gold also continue this parabolic run? Because it's... if you zoom out long enough, like Pete does, is it going towards 10k? I think gold could go towards 10k slowly. And there will be some dips in between. You will probably see something like this, and then maybe this. So I don't know, of course, what the rate will be for the increasing. We'll see though. For $1, will it be minimum 2 years wait, or like this year's end? Like I mentioned before, I do believe that the peak will be this year. And I do believe we'll go towards a new all-time high. For CRO and TradingView, what exchange do you like the best? Yeah, Crypto.com. Crypto.com has the most liquidity for CRO specifically. So if you go to TradingView, I would recommend to use the Crypto.com chart. Victor, welcome. The volume has really kicked up in the last 2 months. Yeah, that's actually quite funny. It's both for the token as well as for the chain. So the chain, Cronos chain, is seeing more volume. Oh, guys, we're trying it again. Let me remove all these lines here, but let me zoom in. Bitcoin, come on, you can do it. Bitcoin can do it. And then we can enjoy some 15-cent CRO. When CRO gets another cool-off period, it will be a blessing in disguise. CRO awards time management to those who hold it. I don't know if I at this point I do want to sell a bit more, honestly, guys. It's going to be, I think, it's not yet time. It's not yet time, but I will sell a bit when the time comes. When the time comes, it will be probably end of this year. Maybe a bit sooner. I wouldn't be opposed to the idea of like an end in September. I think like Kairos mentioned earlier. Hey, Colin, welcome. When will CRO peak? During 2025? Yes, I believe so, sir. Cronos is striking closely to Ethereum and trading volume? I don't think so. We can check that though, quite quickly. The Cronos volume. Volume is it the right column? We see Cronos. I actually know this is not right, guys. 38 million. 38 million CRO volume. Dollars, I mean. Ethereum. 36 billion. You miss a few zeros. AP. A few zeros. 38 million to 36 billion here. So we have to grow a lot more. We have to grow a lot more for Cronos. Yeah, Crorican. Crorican is talking about the 401k. And it's going to be absolutely huge, guys. This could be a big part of why maybe a super cycle is possible. Like, if you think about it, right? If you think about it, the 401k is basically what people do for their pension, and what many people do, they have a month's worth of wage and they directly put it in the 401k. More and more people will slowly trickle in more Bitcoin every month because it's their paycheck. That is also why people say, well, we will have a lot less downward pressure in the bear cycle because we have that continuous trickle from the 401k. However, I don't think we're there yet. I don't think that like the majority of people are yet ready with a 401k Bitcoin strategy. I think that's still something people need to get used to. I do believe though that as the younger generation is growing up and becoming a bigger part of the working environment, also that amount of people is going to grow significantly. So this will be big, guys. It will be huge. It will be absolutely huge. Yeah. I don't think, guys, we'll see it happen tonight. Not tonight. No 50-cent break. CRO is a good passive income, Legacy is saying. It's perfect for staking and selling the weekly rewards as well with the card. Carver is saying we need to flip BitCat and Leo. Absolutely, sir. Flipping Leo would be a good achievement because the Leo token, Unusat Leo, for people that don't know, is part of one of the oldest exchanges. One of the oldest exchanges still alive and thriving. After we also do get the Krakens. Yeah, the ancient Krakens. You're right, it's me. I have no clue about Arc Block. I have no clue, Robert. Some people hire yachts and then take guest dive for cruises. My plan is to learn sailing and then upgrade my boat once I got better skills so I can take paying passengers out for day cruises. That sounds like so much fun. To learn sailing though. Sailing boats are typically like somewhat smaller, right? Like it depends. I've sailed once in my life, so I'm not really an expert on the field. I will sell my 350,000 CRO at $1 and the other 350 next bull run. Also, like, you guys have an exit strategy, which is really good. Like, just think about the strategy you want. Gold is moving up after the Bitcoin ETF. Crypto market is acting like a stock market. I don't think the crypto market is decentralized anymore. Like if you go back to like 2017, it was nerds running the game. At this point, I would say that with BlackRock, etc., it's big money. Big money entered the game as well. So therefore, it is no longer really truly decentralized. But still, it's in the end, Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer money system. A peer-to-peer money system. Nobody uses it as a peer-to-peer money system, but in its core, it is. In its core, it is. This, guys, could be a perfect small little bull flag that could bring us higher. Just a bit of hopium. Just a little bit of hopium here to share with you guys. Oh no. You called a rocket, but I had to hide one comment. Yeah. I guess my skills aren't that good. The Porn Baron. Okay. Well. That's yeah, okay. Okay, yeah. How are you guys doing? Don't forget to hit the like button. I do see Bitcoin is moving up again, so that's great. Don't forget to also strap in, of course. I think this might be the move. This might be the move. We're seeing some more volatility now. I mean, more volume. I'm just hoping to get that big flip now, because also CRO is again back to 1490. Let's see. There's also, I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. Like, we might move up now. But in the bigger picture, I need to go to the 4 hour. In the bigger picture, we have been testing this line for a few times now already. So it is very much possible It's very much possible that now we're going to get a rejection. And that could potentially even mean that we're going back down to 112. Not saying it's going to happen, but potentially. The only thing that I do like about this current setup and why I think a breakout is more likely than a fake out, or, well, a downward breakout, is because we already had a breakout to the downside here. And the bulls are stronger than the bears. And as I showed you earlier on the daily chart, we showed this in the beginning, but for people that just joined, the relative strength index for Bitcoin had a cross today or yesterday. I don't know exactly. And also you do see here that the MACD is finally moving up. So we are probably going into the green once more. But yeah, especially this cross here. You can see that on the MACD, or not the MACD, the RSI. We got a cross here, showing potential momentum coming in. So on the daily, Bitcoin is looking good. On the daily, Bitcoin is looking good. Also on the, let's take a look, 5-minute chart. Gunter, it flipped Monero. I like to hear that, man. I like to hear that. Monero is such an old token, so a staple of a different age. One of the first cryptocurrencies that was like really relevant. But unfortunately, privacy tokens were somewhat banned from many exchanges. Governments don't like privacy tokens, guys. I'm a fan though. I'm a fan of privacy tokens, but unfortunately, if you cannot trade the token, many people will not trade the token. People take the path of the least resistance. That's the honest truth. I do expect a big pullback, Peter saying, for gold at some point, but I wouldn't. I would expect gold going to 10k in a few years. Yeah, but as Will is saying, gold will go up, but not as fast as Bitcoin. Like the pace where Bitcoin has been growing in. The question is, will it continue in this pace? That's the big question, of course. Can you just set up the sell order and forget about it? Yeah, sure, you can. You can go to the exchange now, Zerka. Say I want to sell CRO at $5. And once it hits $5, it will sell. However, I would always check. Like, typically, Crypto.com has quite reliable limit orders. You can set and forget. However, always check if it actually hit. By the way, if you want to sell at $5, please don't set the limit order at exactly $5. Set it at $4.90, because the chances of it hitting exact $5 is very slim. $4.90 though, better chance. I confuse rank for trading volume. Happens a lot. Happens a lot, sir. Come on, Crow, you can do it. 92, come on. Will is saying, I already had my 401k going into Bitcoin through the ETF, I guess. So Trump is talking about direct crypto purchases without the ETF. I didn't even know that was possible. I think it makes sense though. Why would you buy ETFs with crypto? And that would be okay, but if you do like actual Bitcoin, it would be not okay. The only thing, of course, that I don't know like what they will. I haven't really read the bill. Does it also include like cold storage? If you buy Bitcoin on an exchange and you put it in cold storage, that's fine? Or because like I don't know exactly how the 401k works in America because I don't live there, guys. What I understand though is that basically you cannot touch the 401k until you go like you become 65, 67. I don't know exactly when. Otherwise, you have to pay the deferred taxes, of course. So what happens then? Like, do you need to put it at a custodian, or? I have no clue how the 401k works. I've watched more episodes of Keeping Up with Crow than the episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This is drama, guys. Like all the red candles. Like, isn't this fun? Yeah, it's waiting for that big breakout. It's waiting for that big breakout, and it could be now. Like, come on, this looks good. Now continue, Bitcoin. Now continue. Come on, I believe in you. Hey Ryan, welcome. Where's Crow all-time high? $1 this year. $1. Guys, Bitcoin is now going. Let's go. Come on, Bitcoin. You can do it. I trust you, bro. We need a price prediction video from you, Paul. There will be a price prediction video coming soon. I will be going on a quick trip. And during my leave, we should be publishing that video with my price prediction. But first, it will be available to members. So quick thank you to all the members, guys. All the members on the channel. Also thanks to Cliff, by the way. All the members do make it possible that we're here streaming every Thursday, every Sunday. And we're making videos Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and also on Friday. So tomorrow, new video. Hopefully a video talking about 50 Cent Crow, but let's see. Trump just filled the vacated seat. The vacated seat. Is that why we get the pump? Could you maybe tell me a bit more about which seat? Is it like from the Fed board or from the... No, I think the Fed board is filled, but are you talking about the Bureau for Statistics? You can get a saily thingy, which is only like a few feet in length, but you also can get them like with 20 feet, up to 60 to 70 feet with sails. I do imagine that those bigger boats do require a bigger motor as well. Next to only the sail. Come on, Bitcoin. What is this? It is touching this line now. It doesn't want to go past this. Come on, Bitcoin. Come on. It's just 117. You've been higher than this in the past. It is possible to mine XRM using the CPU power. And then you can send directly to a hot wallet where you can swap via DeFi. That is the most private way of actually getting Monero. That's also, guys, how you could get ETH. Like you could actually get like a good ETH wallet without filling it at an exchange, like directly mining it yourself. That's the... I'm actually quite sad. I connected my wallet where I had my own ETH, my only fresh mined ETH to crypto.com. So unfortunately, you cannot mine Ethereum anymore. So I think I will never have like a truly private wallet anymore. A truly private wallet without any source. These days, you always have to buy ETH. Or you have to, yeah, a friend send it towards you. But at this point, though, the government can, like, they can start to link things up. Like, thanks to AI, guys, I do recommend to always fill your taxes. Always do things the right way. Otherwise, they will find out, because AI is coming and AI will actually help the IRS. They will do taxes right in the future. Maybe not next year. Maybe not in 2 years. Maybe only in 5 years, but it will come. The Cronos blockchain also has the added benefits of the reward stations. I do like the reward stations. They are cool to track with the... I think I'm currently like level 7 in the reward station thing in Crypto.com app. It's quite cool. Price prediction videos coming later. No financial advice. Yeah, it's I'm waiting too hard, Mr. Sanja. Okay, guys, I don't think we will get it anymore. Marty is saying he said they are searching for permanent replacement, and it will be filled by Dr. Stephen Moran, who is the chairman of the Council of Economic Advisors. And that's going to be the whoa. The Fed board. Okay, it is for the Federal Reserve. Okay. Interesting. So most likely he will be very much fond of of rate cuts. Let me quickly get the Fedwatch tool. If you take a look at the Fedwatch tool, guys, this is also what we've been tracking recently in more videos. You can see that for the September meeting, they expect with a 91% certainty that we're gonna get a rate cut. A small rate cut, but a rate cut nevertheless. Then in October, majority for another rate cut. And then in January, or December I should say, also in January and in December, majority saying another rate cut. So currently the majority is expecting 3 rate cuts before the end of the year. 3 rate cuts. That's not too bad. Of course, these percentages will swing a lot based on more data coming in. But yeah, as I mentioned before, the lady responsible for the Bureau of Statistics in the US, she got fired. So I'm curious what kind of labor numbers are coming in. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not. It could be happening now. I don't know. I don't want to stick here. I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long because I don't know if today we will flip the 50-cent level. So I want to say thank you though, because it is the final part of this bull run, and I recommend guys to stay strapped in because it's not that much longer. That's my personal belief. I could be long. I could be wrong. There could be lengthening cycles, but overall, I think it's wise to be strapped in nevertheless because you better be prepared than be sorry, right? That's my overall take. Tomorrow, new video. So stay tuned for that one. On Sunday, we're back. Probably we're talking about, I don't know, breaking 17 cents. I believe bullish times are ahead of ourselves, but of course, be very careful, especially if you want to do leverage trading or something like that. Also, be careful in general. Be careful in general. Have a good one, and guys, enjoy. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Marty, Pete, Vishal, so many cool people today. Robert, Zerka, Ryan, Gunther. Yeah, I'm missing people. Legacy Legendsman. And also all the beautiful people that will watch tomorrow in the vault as well. So thank you guys so much. Strap in, enjoy, and talk to you guys later. Have a good one. And hit the like button, yes. Thank you, Pete. Thank you, Zerka. And Bjorn as well. Maybe Pete, maybe.